I'm going to show you another way that I set up. Now this is not a big fish setup. Now I've caught 5, 10, 15, even some 20-pound catfish on this setup. But this is not designed to catch your 80-pound flatheads or anything like that. This is designed to catch your brim, your small bass, and your 2 to 5 pound catfish. I'm going to show you how you do it. You're going to take your hook and you're going to run it through. Pull you out about 1 foot of tag. Drop your hook. It's on there. It's not going to go anywhere. Next thing you're going to do is connect your lead. This is where I tie. Now, if you have not mastered the basic clinch knot, I can show you something. Just an overhand knot, tie, and then do another one. Now, you see what just happened? That knot came loose. That's a good thing in some cases, because if you get tangled up in the bottom, in the way I want to show you how this thing works, it's gonna really help you out. So we're gonna do 2 overhand knots. Remember this guy down here? You got it on there, so this is gonna sink down to the bottom. This is gonna be up about 6 inches. For demonstration purposes, just imagine that right there is 6 inches. If you're fishing straight down and you want to be 6 inches from the bottom, 6 inches. Normally, when I run these about 1.5 foot. But you're going to come up here, you're going to tie you a loop. You're going to put that hook in a loop, just like that. Why is that loop important? The reason this loop right here is important, because if you have this connected straight to a line like that right there, when the fish comes up, he's feeling that line. I believe what I've seen in my experience fishing is that when he feels that line, it's going to put him off and he's not going to want to hit it. That setup right there does very well for catfish. This sits on bottom and your bait is off the bottom. I got a video I want to share with you. Did you notice how when the worm was sinking down to the bottom, those brim was more interested in the worm falling in the water column or in the water column than they were the one to the right that had sunk all the way down to the bottom? Now, once that worm had sat down to the bottom, I wasn't going to sit there and do a 30-minute video of just fish swimming around. It took about 15 to 20 minutes before that worm was eaten by those fish. The reason is because brim likes to feed off the bottom. They're more active when it's falling. So when they're coming through and they see something in their face, they're going to strike at it instead of having to go down and pick off the bottom. Now they will. I mean, they will. But the efficient way to do it is have it off the bottom. So this is where the setup comes in handy. Take your line through the hole. It's about 1 turn. And you need to say a complete turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that hole right there? You're going to put that line, and this, I take it, I hold it here, bird finger, or just one of these fingers. I usually use a bird finger because it's easier for my fat fingers to get there. and I hold it. And that keeps that line tight. I keep tension on it. Then I run this line through that hole. Then what I normally do is I lift up with my thumb and bird finger, grab it here, pull it tight. And sometimes your tag end will make a little loop right there. Just pull it tight and trim your excess. So that's a very good knot. Thank y'all for joining me. I know this was a long video, but it's very important information. Thank y'all. Like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. And if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be back tomorrow for another video.